So we're going to look at evaluating expressions with variables and fractions and decimals. So just like if you had just one variable, we have multiple variables, and every time you see the variable, you have to plug in the number that you have for that variable. So anytime you see an A, you're going to plug in 20, and anytime you see a B, you're going to plug in 12. And so we plug them in and then do order operations. And so to start with, we're going to have 0.4 times 20 plus 12 over 4 plus 5. Now we have to do the order of operations. 0.4 times 20 gives you 8. 12 divided by 4 gives you 3, and then you bring down the 5, and then you just add these up. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 5 gives you 16. So substitute the values in, do order of operations, and then finish off your problem. You can use a calculator to help you on this, but you do need to make sure you show your work. There's about 3 lines of work here, substituting in, solving the initial part, and then adding up the last parts. So next up, we have 12c minus d plus 8. This time we have a fraction for c and a whole number for d. And so we're going to go 12 times 1/3 minus 2 plus 8. First up is to multiply a whole number times a fraction, so we put this over 1. That gives us 12 over 3, which is 4. So now we have 4 minus 2 plus 8. This gives us 2 plus 8, which then gives us a final answer of 10. This time, we want to evaluate mn minus 0.6n. So this means we're multiplying those two. This here also means we're multiplying. So now we have 4 times 6 minus 0.6 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 0.6 times 6 is 3.6. And now we have to stack and subtract. So now we have 24 minus 3.6. Add a decimal, 0. Then we're going to borrow. That gives us 4, 3. And so we get that, 20. Bring down your decimal. And so that minus that is 20.4. And then last, here we have AB plus 12B. A is 8, B is 1/5, and so we're going to have 8 times 1/5 plus 12 times 1/5. Then we have to put this over 1 and this over 1. That gives us 8/5 plus 12/5. That then gives us, because you have a common denominator, you can add it straight across. That gives us 20/5, which then reduces to 4. And that's how you evaluate expressions with multiple variables, and where the variables sometimes will be decimals and fractions. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me Monday and Friday afternoon from 1 to 3, or you can ask during class time. Have a great day.